I wanted to redo this whole fucking thing because I was heated. I was very pissed off, very angry, very much upset, and I just when you're very upset, you get, let's just say, you say things that really, you get so much angry and so much build up, and you just can't sick and in a way you just get sick and tired of hearing the same old fucking bullshit. And that's how I feel. That's honestly how I really truly feel. I'm fucking sick and tired of, people using this argument, but yet when I see manga get canceled because low sales and lack of promotion, really, there's nothing else to say anymore. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of stupid. Um, Comic books and manga are no different. They're just no fucking different. And it makes me sick to my stomach that when I see people talk about this, they get in this fat ego bullshit lie crap that really you truly don't understand. Either you don't understand or you see the narrative, what they're spitting out of, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck you. I know the fuck you're doing, and it's sickening to my own stomach. Yes, one's going to be a lot cheaper than the other. I could buy like a 20 mangas than buying $20 for a graphic novel for either it's DC or Marvel. I get it, the whole concept. The price change of the trade paperbacks need to change. They need to be $7 or 10. You will have a lot of people buying those books. The problem is, you have, let's say, that price argument crap, or you have those group of audience. Oh yeah, I understand more, but you always ignore them. Dude, I have tried. I have tried multiple times. It's like I can, there have been times I've ignored this situation. I'm talking about it because I had enough. Enough is enough. I mean, I'm sick of this garbage fucking bullshit. I mean, yes, a lot of mangas could be great in terms of storytelling, but granted, it all depends on what you prefer. Do you like multiple storytelling, multiple directions on your comic book, or would you rather have a singular story and pretty much just overall, and I mean overall, just sum up the one singular storytelling? I mean, it's just. I mean, granted, there have been a lot of things, but it's just it gets so goddamn exhausting, and I really am being honest with a lot of people. I mean, and I don't think people don't understand. You get invested in a book, in a manga, and it gets fucking shit. And all you look at yourself as a fucking clown supporting this guy that you thought would be really good, but overall you were a fucking clown. You were a fucking clown. You were a fucking guy that basically said, "Oh yeah, this is going to be a really cool direction, really good direction," and yet, lo and behold, you were basically too much of an idiot that think. Just honestly, I mean, I'm being honest when I'm saying this. You were just too much being stupid and not really seeing the goddamn truth. You supported something that wasted your time. Or when you do get into something that you're invested and it's worth it, it gets rewarded. There are times that it doesn't, you don't have that all the time, but there are times that you get rewarded and you feel satisfying. You feel so great when you read a manga and it ends out of nowhere. You know what? It's not as it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but you know what? It was a good ending, a good story, a good direction, like Fairy Tail. The story as itself really could have been a whole lot better, but I thought it was a good ending. Naruto, even though I hated most of Shippuden, and I'm saying Shippuden was dog shit half the time. And I really feel like the last good thing about that particular series was the pain arc, and then the rest of it went downhill. And there were a few great moments as a whole, but it's just not as good as part one. I mean, that's just how I see it. But besides all that stuff, the character became Hokage. The character really achieved his goal. And that is something, it was a long journey. And I really love the shit out of it. Granted, I love a lot of things in Boruto. Boruto has a lot of things. The reason why I stopped is because, one, I'm reading too much other series and I don't have time to read Boruto. And two, I don't like the fucking bullshit of, oh yeah, let's strip Naruto and Sasuke, two characters that fucking fought gods, and you just stripped every little thing about them and make some bullshit pull where, oh yeah, now we know why Naruto and Sasuke were fucking beaten by that fucking one kid who really supposedly have powerful godlike beings. And it's just, it's stupid. It's bullshit. It makes you feel like, gee, where do I see that familiar bullshit? Oh, yeah, the comic book industry. And it really can be. Like, for example, I get fucking sick and tired of, can we get better writers with the New 52 Superman? Fuck no. We don't want to get any of that shit because we're too scared shitless on making that character better. And we just want to fucking make a good, oh, we want to coexist. Could you be friends with us now? We got your Superman back. Can you like us now? Can you like us now? Can you like us now? No, I can't like you, bitch. I fucking hate your guts by doing that, you fucking bitch. That's how bad I really can't stand that crap. When you cater to fucking people. Oh, I stopped caring about Boruto due to the copy and paste. I mean, yet again, I mean, like, I like the old ideas. I like that shit because it reminds me how good Boruto, but also it does things that I wanted to see Shippuden to do. I wanted to see things that really you should have expanded upon it. And a lot of times they do that, but it's just like my problem is just like the bullshit on Naruto and Sasuke. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm waving the white flag. Now I'm waving the white flag. You just really killed yourself. When I thought originally, okay, Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are going to be the characters that are going to be coming in case some kind of big villain comes in. And you have Boruto and or Sakura in the main core story. And you go forward with that direction. I don't understand why the fuck what was so wrong with that direction. I don't understand why can you do that direction if you were gonna make some bullshit pull where, oh, we're gonna kill Naruto. Oh, no. We're not gonna kill Naruto. We're gonna kill his fucking power, the one thing that made him special, the one thing that truly made him worth a shit as a character. No, let's get rid of that. Fucking bullshit. I'm gonna say this right now. Kishimoto has destroyed every bit of that character to the worst degree. He should have just made some bullshit where, nah, bitch, I lied my ass off at you, Naruto. We're all good. And we rest his history. And we could have expanded upon the nine-tailed fox on his true potential, and we go forward and beyond, and we have where Boruto gets somewhat similar type abilities. But no, we don't want to do any of that shit because we're too stupid enough to fucking do that direction. Ah, God damn it, Kishimoto, you really just done it again. You've done it the bullshit Naruto crap that I honestly so hoping you would not do. Um, but I rest my case. I mean, when I look at other series, like hell, like for example, like Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super for the manga, I don't know why it's worth. I don't know why it's there. I mean, the Moro arc was literally one of the best parts of the manga. The retelling of the Goku Black saga was really something interesting, even though I hated the version of the manga of Goku Black because I personally feel like you made that character weak compared towards his anime counterpart. But Merge Zamasu is absolutely fantastic in the manga. I absolutely prefer that version, and I wish that that version was in there. I wish the whole Master Super Saiyan Blue concept was in Dragon Ball Super's anime because you would have literally stall the inevitable of fucking Ultra Instinct. Now you introduce Ultra Instinct. What happens? My worst fears happened. Goku literally masters its power the next arc, the next saga, should I say, and you have it where he faces a villain, and instead of killing him, he shares mercy, which is true to Goku's character. He shares mercy to his villains, to where I could truly believe that character would do. It's not like a bullshit pull where he is allowing him to run away. No, he's sharing mercy. He wants to have more fights with this guy. But yet again, the biggest scratching your head and you just don't get it. Like, wait, bro, buddy, you fought Broly. You could easily go train Broly, buddy. You could easily go see Broly and use Ultra Instinct against him and have far more training powers and far more advance of your power. And it's sometimes bad writing. I mean, if you get to the point to where he's sharing mercy a little too much, which he did, it's bad writing. And you're trying to give off Toyotaro so much flack on his bullshit. Meanwhile, other people are shitting on him because of bullshit reasons, and you're trying so desperately to give him some type of credit, some type of direction. Like maybe he's doing this because he's building up to something greater. And we had an okay ending to the Moro arc. I feel like a lot of times, should we done things a lot better? Oh, absolutely. Should we had a form that Moro pretty much could have been a lot more threatening and a lot more intimidating instead of just being a Cell knockoff? Yeah. I mean, like, we could have done a better design. I mean, I was okay with the goat fucking form. I was okay with that direction. I mean, the whole part where he got rid of the beard and he was basically nothing more than a goat type character. He looked like Baphomet, and you had all these theories, you had all this shit, and it was really cool. And one of my favorite moments in the Moro arc was Majin Buu fucking kicking the shit out of fucking Moro, and I'm like, oh, cool, that's kind of cool. I mean, you don't see Majin Buu kicking some ass. I mean, I love Majin Buu. I love the shit out of him. But I mean, compared towards comic books, I mean, I love the fact where the all new, all different, which everyone loves to shit on. That shit was literally the best fucking time as a comic book fan. You had legacy characters, you had new directions on the X-Men, you had a new directions on Spider-Man. Oh god, I love the fucking Spider-Man shit. I'm sorry, I love that shit so much. That was one of the greatest fucking shit I ever fucking read. And the whole clone conspiracy storyline. Oh my god, that was awesome. Along with the fucking Illuminati storyline. Oh god, it was just too good. And then after that, we had it where fucking Norman Osborn had the Carnage symbiote and became the Goblin Carnage, whatever the fuck, that was even better. And it's like, goddamn, this shit gets better and better. Dan's like, you're fucking killing it. And there were ups and downs with Dan Slott's Spider-Man run. But I mean, he does a better, I would say this, compared towards his Spider-Man run that we have now, bitch, I'd rather read Dan Slott. Nick Spencer, he's done nothing that's very interesting besides the whole, what did Mephisto do to Peter's soul? What did he do? What did he do? Bullshit. And the whole Norman Osborn crap really was interesting, but that's really it. And it just, that's it. It's nothing really special. I mean, sure, yeah, he's doing standard Spider-Man stories that people will buy, people will go read, but I would dare say, what's the point of reading that shit? Because it's not going to really do anything. I mean, like, granted, I feel like the Spider-Man fans are setting themselves up just like the manga fans. You're hoping that in the end, this series will go down like every other series. You're hoping that this story will give you what you want. And let's say you get what you want. Is it going to be worth it? Because sometimes catering to people or sometimes investing your time isn't really worth the shit. Because it makes you look like a fucking clown. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. But if you get that satisfying factor, when you get that whole direction, what you wanted, and you have that satisfying ending, or you have that satisfying story that you supported all of these years and reviewed and all that shit, and you want to look back over many years and you just love the shit out of it, then go ahead, knock yourself out, buddy. That's all I'm going to say. But I mean, it just, I get very tired of the Marvel and DC shouldn't be putting out any single comic books. They should be putting out graphic novels. Oh, yeah, sure. Maybe fucking $20 per piece, bitch. Thanks. I would rather fucking spend $50 on books that I want to support right out the gate. Sometimes, reading a digital comic isn't really worth in better words, worth just reading online. Like, there are times that I really want to buy my books and just fucking call it a day. It just, and it gets all negative. And I get this factive bullshit. And I see these blind fucking stupidity fans. I mean, look, go ahead. I'm going to show you. I want everyone to know I'm not fucking bullshitting anyone. I'm done with fucking keeping my silence. I'm done keeping my silence automatically because, I mean, like, I'm sick and tired of this crap. I'm sick and tired of, people really painting their sick as narrative because they feel entitled to what they want to do. And it's just like, I mean, it's just like, do you really care? And the whole comic book identity. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I mean, for example, this fucking bitch, clearly she has not seen fucking comic books that really honestly are worth investing. Or this fucking clown. Yeah, the Flash, Yellow Flash 2 fucking bitch. He has pissed me off so many times. It's not even fucking funny. And there's a lot of times that I'm like, dude, you are just painting that fucking narrative that honestly, I'm just so sick and tired. And this fucking whole thing, it literally just pisses me off as well. And it's upsetting to me. And I'm like, what's your point? What is your fucking point of all this shit? You're telling me mangas is better, but yet when you're investing your time in a manga and it's literally nothing more than a pile of dog shit and you wasted your pathetic time supporting a fucking author? I mean, and let's say he does more stuff and he destroys his work later down the line. What are you going to say to yourself What are you going to say to yourself? You're going to say to yourself, man, I should have never supported. Like, I always use Attack on Titan, or I always use the death of the author situation. Shit like that happens all the damn time, and it's very unfair, and it's very unfortunate that's the case. Meanwhile, comic books have many directions. If you don't like a particular fucking run, don't support it. Like for me, Hickman's run on X-Men. I do not care, and I do not want to read it. And if I do, I'll read some of the things that I wanted to know. That's really it. I feel like Hickman's run on X-Men was so waste of fucking time that honestly, it just sickens to my stomach. But like books like Thor, Hulk, Avengers, and fucking Iron Man literally get pushed to the sidelines and don't even fucking get worth talking about because people want to paint their own narrative of manga's better than comic books. I mean, if you might as well say that, then what about cartoons? What about cartoons and anime? I mean, if we're going that direction, Jesus Christ, I mean, we're that fucking petty? Are we that fucking stupid? You know, I'm being honest. I'm being honest when I'm saying this. You know, I'm going to say this. Are you really that stupid? Sure, yeah, one is better over the other if you really like manga and over comic books. I like comic books because I don't like the fact that I don't want to be disappointed on something that I invest my time and all I look at myself is nothing more than a clown. Or that manga series never got its original finish, like Bleach. Its manga never got the truly deserved ending it got it. And I really feel like the manga of Bleach should have ended on a good note, but it ended on a sloppy bullshit crap because the editors or whoever was working with Kubo really just didn't really give a fuck. And it's disgusting, it's bullshit. And also how they treat their writers and artists really makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, say what you want on Marvel and DC on how they treat their writers and their artists, but I would dare say manga is just as worse. Manga is just as worse because you have basically, you sit in your fat ass down in a fucking room, literally drawing and writing. 20 fucking hours per day. It is the fucking unhealthy shit I have ever seen. I can't do that crap. And I like for me, I look at comic book writers. They have time for their what they want to do, but also put out the shit that they really need to go for. And if they have delays, it's either something happened that they need to work on, or vice versa. You know, I plan to be a comic book writer, and I'm planning out to write my story, and you know, hopefully publish it in a web series. But you know, the facts are, it really upsets me, you know, when I look at comic books and they get treated like dirt shit garbage because you have these people, like I show you in YouTube land, literally fucking painting this narrative of manga's better than comic books, or comic books is better than manga. Nobody's different. In fact, I would say both of you are no different than the other. It's like saying my son is better than my daughter. We're playing that game. We're playing that fucking game. And I'm going to be truly saying this right now. The moment that people start waking up, the better that it will be. And if you want to embrace either side, that's awesome. Nobody is superior. Sure, yeah, one is cheaper over the other. One could be really great compared towards what Marvel and DC is doing. But yet again, I could take an independent book and say it's just as good or even fucking goddamn better than fucking half the shit in the manga industry. It just makes me sick. It makes me sick. I'm very much tired of this shit. Anyway, I probably will do a part 3. I probably will do a part 3. Just talk about more about this because, you know, there's more things I want to say. There's more things I want to say that I'm literally am holding back on. Let's just put it into better terms because maybe, just maybe, things will go better. But yet again, you know, the biggest things that I feel like Marvel, especially Marvel and DC, are having is, I'll agree that argument. There hasn't been a big time hit in a good while. I mean, you had the Ultimate Universe that was a short term fucking solution. And maybe it's time to do that direction. Maybe it's time to bring back the multiverse and have that freedom, have that creative storytelling. Or maybe it's just the fact of, fuck it, let's just end the fucking Marvel cinema. Why don't we do the whole 616 direction to end, and let's just do the movies. I'll just use the whole MCU comics. We'll just do the MCU comics, and pretty much people will buy it. Because I start to see a brand of, if it's not a cartoon or a big time toy type ordeal crap, then people will buy it. Like, for example, IDW's Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles literally are killing it. They're absolutely killing it. And you have that brand already set for you. Power Rangers. Again, exalt your brand, but turn it into something truly awesome and interesting. Fucking, what else? Star Trek. Star Wars. Alien and Predator. All of those fucking books. Hell, Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra. They have comic books, and they have pretty much are showing that direction. The only difference between those two, Avatar and Legend of Korra, they are basically graphic novels, not single issues, which is very unfortunate and very disappointing. Not an opinion, it's disappointing. And I really personally believe that Dark Horse is wasting their time and not really expanding upon the Avatar universe, which maybe, just maybe, they might do something interesting and they might do something truly amazing. But yet again, I don't know. It's up to Avatar Studios if they want to do more comic books with Dark Horse. But I mean, and that's another thing too. There's going to be a problem with that whole thing because people are only going to be asking, okay, which Avatar we're talking about? We're talking about James Cameron Avatar, or we're talking about fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. You get the point what I'm trying to say? I mean, but it's just, you have those conversations and you have it where why these books are not selling. It's either two things. Either A, people are not really seeing the whole direction of, oh, this is Iron Man books that really people don't really know because it's not their Iron Man. It's not the MCU. And I literally am starting to think, maybe it's just best if we just end these characters and just do their movie counterpart. I mean, we could do storylines, original stories in the MCU and also do them in the comics, and nobody will say a goddamn word. I think it's time to do that direction. And I'm thinking about doing another video of should Marvel and DC just put out movie comic books or certain brands that people will buy. There's a reason why the Injustice Gods Among Us series did so well in the comics, because you had that name alone. There's a reason why certain brands are successful, for better and for worse, if you like the fucking shit or not. And I mean, I love the Alien comics and Marvel books. I think they're killing it. And I'm looking forward to when they do Alita Battle Angel, because they have the rights, because the creators sold the rights. And I'm looking forward to that direction. But the problem that I see with a lot of people is that complaining, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that. It's just, it's very sickening. It's very, very much exhausting to talk about this. And it's just, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these fucking piece of shit people. I'm about to show you again right now. I'm tired of every single one of those fucking tards on YouTube land literally telling people like me, oh, manga is better than this or this. And I'm like, this fucking guy has literally pissed me off so many damn times. Or this fucking guy who really is just, I'm like, you're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. That, I mean, fucking comic books is way better. I mean, like, gee, I would love to have you get invested in a manga and have that shit to be a colossal fucking disaster. But you're not going to say a goddamn word about that, because that would make your entire fucking argument look fucking stupid. You're not going to say a damn fucking word about that. It's so fucking stupid and pathetic. It makes me want to puke. You're painting this narrative that really is fucking wrong. But yet again, we're in a society. We're in a society that people love to be lied to. People love to be angry. People love to be in all this shit, because in their beliefs and their pathetic lives, and I mean pathetic lives, that they feel their opinion is fact. The reason why Marvel and DC haven't put out big time hits is because of A, lack of ideas, or B, they're too scared. Too scared to pull the trigger, because if they do, we don't know, that's going to fucking fail. And who's going to be the biggest bright idea to blame? It's going to be you and them. Look at DC, for example. They cater to the entire fucking audience that bitched and moaned and cried so much to a point where they screamed so loud, and pretty much to a point where the parent literally gave them their fucking bitch-ass toy just to shut the fuck up. And that was called DC Rebirth. DC Rebirth was a complete total waste of time. There were great books. I'm not denying that. But you couldn't tell me otherwise. Marvel, well, it's debatable with Marvel. Because with Marvel, they like to basically said, fuck you, we're going to pretty much do what we feel it's right, and you're going to buy it, if you like it or not. They're going to make you like it, which I rather prefer that, because I would rather have my consumer deal with the bullshit than get what they want, and then eventually it's fucking ruined. And who do they blame? They blame you, but they don't want to blame themselves. I mean, I blame the DC fucking bitch-ass tards. And I'm sorry, Tevia, you're part of them. You were one of the fucking few people that wanted that shit to happen, and you got your fucking wish. Meanwhile, people like me are rolling their eyes like, well, I'm out of here. Fuck this trash. And that's it. And that's how I see it. And it's just, when you talk about comic books and you talk about manga, you dive into it. I dive into where, okay, you have this and this and this and this and this problem. How does this better than comic books? How does comic books are better than manga? I say they're no different because one is not better over the other. They have so many other problems because they're trying to tell a story, and the lack of identity is bullshit argument. I mean, how come people didn't say this argument when Invincible, when it was running back in the day in Image Comics? Is it just because the fact that that character is now getting the support now out of so many years? It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, maybe we'll do a cartoon series based on Spider-Man's comics and show what Peter Parker was like in the comics. And let's do that direction. Or we're going to literally do that whole, oh, it's helping identity comic books. How? I just don't understand. What's established is established. You can't outdo all that shit. And you couldn't argue with me. You couldn't tell me otherwise because I know I'm saying the facts. If you have an interesting story, then put it out. Don't be like everyone else. There's a reason why a lot of the Marvel books, a lot of the comic books on DC are success or fucking failures. It is what it is. And I'm sure I'm going to be alone on this. I'm sure I'm going to be treated like a fucking outcast fan I am because I know I'm speaking about the truth and I'm fucking calling out their bullshit because I know I'm right. I know I'm right because you couldn't tell me I'm wrong. You couldn't tell me I'm fucking wrong. So, yeah, I rest my case. And I will do that video. Is it time to end the 616 continuity? Because, people want to have a familiar brand. And I literally talked to you, Ren, and I asked you, do you think Marvel will end their continuity and just do comic books about the MCU? Because honestly, to tell you the truth, if we did that direction, maybe then we might have somewhat successful on Marvel. And we kind of laugh off the 616 to an extent, but yet again, that whole argument will go on saying we had to end the 616 to appeal to the moviegoers. We had to appeal the moviegoers because the 616 couldn't be successful anymore. We had to adapt and fucking literally cater to people. And that's the worst part. I hate catering. I hate that fucking shit to the worst degree. It made me stop reading DC Comics, and I will be screaming and yelling like a fucking bitch you will never see. You will never see a guy like me. You think Geeks and Gamers is terrible? Boy, you haven't seen a guy like me in your worst life. Because I could be the most toxic asshole bitch you will ever see if they do that direction. And I'm going to go into it later on, but just I'm not doing it now, but I'm just going to talk about it later. But it's just, yeah, it really says a lot. Anyway, I'm done now. I rest my case. I said my points. I said my shit. I've done ranted about these couple of people that are painting on this narrative. It's just stupid. It's stupid because, people like to have favoritism. People like to have their, this is what I grew up with because I'm too pussified because I can't accept the fact that things had to change. I mean, I'm all for change. I'm all for new directions. I'm all for new storytelling. I'm all for all that crap. Just put out some good shit out. And if you don't do that, you truly, truly lost me. And that's not an opinion, it's a fact. I said my piece. I'm out.